Hi everyone, and welcome to our weekly how-to video. My name is Lori McNorton, Floral Design Coordinator for Florist Review and Super Floral, and today we're going to make a beautiful hand-tied. I love the colors of soft yellow, creams, and green, so that's what we're going to do today. And then I have this cool webbed mesh here that we're going to finish that off with. So we'll start on the hand-tieds. Like I said, I love the soft yellow colors, and I found these beautiful carnations. Yes, carnations. I love carnations. They smell, they have a fragrance to them. It's faint, but it still does. So what I'm going to do is kind of clean off. I'm thinking I'm going to use probably, 8 to 12, so let's just do 12, because I can make it as big as I want. That's privileges I have. I don't have a budget in front of me. Well, I do, but I have 25 carnations, so let's use at least 12 of them. And all I'm doing is stripping the pieces of foliage, just because it makes it easier when I'm trying to tie it. And we're not going to want that foliage in the water when we're done anyway. So, all right, I'm going to set those to the side. Then I've got these beautiful spray roses. And again, I'm just going to clean those stems off from the foliage. And we'll use, maybe 6. There we go. And I just kind of line these all up. I've got some green ball here. This is really some big puffy green ball. Got that in order. And some aspidistra leaves. I want to make a collar once we get done with that, with tying it. So we'll just have those to the side and move this container. Okay, that should be plenty. And then I thought, just for some texture, some movement, we'll bring that out through the top of the bouquet. So a few pieces of that. All right, so then we're ready. So let's get going. So I'm going to start with my green ball here. And I'm going to hold this down about 6 inches. And we are going to start with our carnations. And I'm just kind of doing this, crisscrossing these over. So it's kind of like the crisscross here. This is kind of hard to do when my stems are a little too long. So let's cut some of these down because of my tabletop. Normally I would cut these all afterwards, but this will at least give us an idea. I'm trying to make this in front so you can see. So I'm going to add some of our spray roses. And if you want to, you can work some down in through the center. Another big chunk of green ball there. Okay, let's add some more carnations. And again, I'm just kind of working them around in this spiral formation. Sometimes what happens is we get to holding this so tight that you can't move the flowers. So, I just basically have it, holding it with the 2 fingers, and this is very loose. And then that way we can move the flowers. We can pull them up if we need to, if they've gotten too deep down into the bouquet. Plus, it keeps your hands from cramping up. Many a times I've been in the middle of making a bouquet and it's just like, ah, my hand will get a cramp. So I know I need to just like relax a little, hold the bouquet less tight. Okay, a couple more carnations here. Now, if you're new at this, you might want to go ahead and tie off or tape. I'm going to tape this with the waterproof tape this time, but you can go ahead and tape off the beginning and just continue adding. I think I'm going to wait, but if that does help you a little bit, then go ahead and do that. All right, so then, like I said, I love the movement of the eucalyptus. This is the baby blue eucalyptus. And I am going to take some and go down into the bouquet itself. A couple of these longer pieces. Work them in. And that's what helps when you've got this a little bit looser. You can kind of work pieces in. That helps a lot. So we're getting there. All right, and then again, if you need to tape it off, you can. So now I'm going to do my collar of aspidistra. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stem, and then I'm going to fold this down and hold on to it. So I'm just going to make a loop. And I love the variegated aspidistra, the green. It definitely brings out the yellow and the cream colors. I'm just going to continue working this around. And we might as well use the last one. But then I have this beautiful looped little collar around the whole bouquet. Very easy technique. It definitely finishes it off. All right, now let's use the tape. And you can use the wax string, which that's one of my favorites, but I thought I'd go ahead and try use the tape because I've had people ask about that. And some people don't like using the wax string because they think it breaks the stems. But if you do this loose enough, it's not as aggressive to the stems as you might think. All right, so I'm just taping this off here. Just go around a couple times. And there we have the bouquet. I'm going to cut the stems. I'm going to kind of gather them all up here. And I've got this container, so I thought, well, let's kind of measure out how tall we want our bouquet, or stems. So we're going to do about right here. I'm going to cut those all off. Let's move this all out of the way. Now, we can put it in the arrangement just like that, or I had this webbing, which I told you about, that I really like. And it is webbed, so once we wrap this bouquet, we can still put it in the water. I'm going to do 2 pieces. And the stems will still be able to take up the water, which is really nice. And this is just an added decorative piece to the bouquet. Oh, so this is very neutral, very natural. So I thought I'd just take some bind wire to tie this off. And then that way we're covering the mechanics on our tape as well. So we've already cut the stems. All I want to do is bring this webbing up around. And I think it really finishes it off. With the foliage of the aspidistra leaves, the color. It's all very light and fresh. And I'm kind of, just like when I was making hand tied, then I'm just going to take my bind wire and go around a couple times there. And we'll tie that off. And again, it's just a little bit of a decorative touch. Fluff that all around. There you go. How pretty is that? Thank you for tuning in. For the best of floral designs, remember to subscribe to your Florist Review magazine. Thank you. We'll see you next week.